Hello everybody, my name is Aceface. We're going to be trying to do some ratting in nullsec with a Manticore. The Manticore is the stealth bomber that's able to do a lot of kinetic damage, and that's going to be quite suited for the enemies we're going to face now. The enemies we're going to face are the Serpentis, and this ship is going to be able to output a decent amount of DPS. If we go with the Rage here, we have 838 DPS. So I'm quite curious what kind of values we can expect here. So if we want to go to a rock haven, let's warp in at 20 kilometers. The rock havens are good because there's not so much small stuff here, and I prefer to avoid small stuff because that's going to be annoying. We're passive tanked, so we've got a medium shield booster here. Well, not medium shield booster, medium shield extender. It'll hopefully be enough. When we've got everything active, we've got 76% kinetic resist, which is a lot for Serpentis. And then we also have... actually, are Serpentis even... Are they even kinetic, or weren't they thermal? I think they're thermal, actually, because I was discussing this before, but I think it might actually be a different situation. Let's see now, if we go Pirate Gate orbit at 20 maybe, like that. We'll check, but I think actually we might have done a little bit of an oopsie here, going with the kinetic shield hardening. We'll check, because we'll get much more tank if we have the right resist going on, because 12 HP per second is not a whole lot, but if we get like 75% or even 80% resist, it's going to be really high amount of resist. Okay, why is there nothing here? Okay, sounds like they're going to spawn in now. Okay, let's go. There we go, and they do a thermal. Oh, it's a lot more thermal than kinetic. That was silly of me, very silly of me. So sorry guys, this is not what we're going to want to use. What we're going to want to use is the thermal shield hardener. So if we go here, and we go here, thermal shield hardener, and then we look for some that are being sold. Here's a B type, for example. Or by X type. We can also buy an X type in the system as well. There's an option. I think we might be able to tank these guys, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to try to destroy all the scrubs here, preferably actually the Grand Admirals, because they like to pull a bit of range. Great. The great thing here is that the Manticore is not a particularly expensive ship. I mean, it's 68 million, so it is still a little bit overpriced, but you're able to output 800 DPS, so it's a lot like similar to like an Ishtar level, a very fraction of the cost, and you're going to be quite mobile here. And if you're ratting in, say, a system with 200% bounty ticks, I think you're going to actually be getting a lot of ISK from this. You can see how much you can get, but I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if we get 20 million ISK tick, but we'll see. I mean, maybe it's going to be a lot less than that. I would hope to get something like that, a 20 million ISK tick. It seems like we're applying pretty decently as well, and I like that. How much CPU do we have to spare here? Because that could be interesting. Yeah, we have a lot to spare, so we could put an X-type thermal hardener, and look, we're taking no damage. That's great. The reason I got mixed up with the kinetic damage is because the kinetic damage is the one you want to deal, but in terms of resisting, then it's thermal. I got mixed up. But you know, a way we could increase our ISK here is to put a mobile tractor unit, because you can get salvage and also loot from these guys, and that can add up to a few extra million for each site. In the long run, you're doing a lot of these, it's definitely worth it. Great. Seems pretty chill here. The main thing we have to be wary of is these little frigate waves. Those are annoying. So we have to make sure we're able to kill them. I think we will be able to. Hopefully. We do have quite a high amount of DPS, so I think that we will be able to take them out. We're destroying, annihilating these battle cruisers like nothing. It's really great to see. We could even orbit further, actually, because we've got a really long range on these torpedoes. We consider to do that. Orbit 20, we can orbit 30. It's nice to be able to be a bit more responsive on the time it takes for you to be able to destroy the NPC, but it could be useful in the case of, say, people who are trying to attack you. It's good to be a little bit further away, and also in terms of maybe other NPCs trying to get you, such as these guys, they can maybe cause problems. So here we want to just make sure we're able to destroy them. This is like a big challenge here. I think we will be able to. Shouldn't be too hard. We have the Caldari Navy. It's not so much, but it's something. We'll see if we're able to do more damage when we get closer to shield. 190 volleys. It's not so much, actually. I wonder if Javelin might be an alternative. I think Javelin apply worse, if I recall correctly. Another option could be to replace this target painter, this Republic Fleet medium shield extender, with another target painter, and maybe put that rig, give some extra resist there instead. We get a lot less HP though, which is a bit unfortunate. But it's definitely something we could consider to do. Or we could even remove this and put this here. A lot less tank, but since we anyway are not tanking the thermal or the kinetic damage, I think it could be a good trade-off actually. We could even try that, because it seems like we're tanking fine with just the kinetic shield hardener, and the kinetic shield hardener is not really doing that much here since they do more thermal damage. So I think it wouldn't be too dumb of an idea. Oh, look at that big volley, 1k volley. You can sometimes get pretty good volleys on these guys. Where's our capacitor? Is our capacitor at a reasonable level? Would we be able to... Yeah, we're able to be cap stable as well if we were to go with dual target painters. That isn't a good idea. There we go. I'll go for this one here. So you can see these frigates, they're taking a lot longer to take out than even the battle cruise, just because of the application being the problem here, not the DPS in itself is troubling. You can try that with the dual target painters actually, that'll be interesting. See if we can get a good volley here. But sometimes when you get good angles and they're like slowing down in terms of their speed, you can get some really nice hits on the frigates. There we go, great. So now I want to go with the Rage. Rage does quite a bit more damage than the Caldari Navy. See what the difference is. 600, so okay, it's not so much of a difference, but it's something. So we can try changing the fit slightly here. So have the dual target painters. And then we'll have this as then Serp Rat V2. So now we've got the Scourge Rage. And we do 1.8k volley. Why are we doing so little damage though? That is a bit strange. We're not doing full damage, it seems. They're going pretty quick actually. Now we're doing more damage. Okay, that's great. But we're tanking really great. I like that. One more volley maybe? There we go. Didn't even need to land that volley. Let's go for this one here. This is pretty cool actually, and the cost of the ship is really good for what you can do. What kind of DPS you're able to output here. Nowhere near to Marauder level that I had previously, but I think that's pretty cool. I'm quite curious to see what kind of ticks we'll get here. I don't think we'll be able to clear this entire anomaly within one tick. A golem can do in 12 minutes. And we've got less than a third of the damage of a golem. The thing that's cool here is that this is more like a... You're going in a high risk area here with the 200% bounty risk modifier. So a lot of PvP goes on here. But you also get a lot of risk from this. So we'll probably get tick, and then I think you get like double the amount that when you take into consideration the bounty risk modifier. So whatever tick we get, we're going to have to double it. I think that'll be a good idea. But we've been destroying quite a few battleships now. We destroyed 6 battleships, and each one had like over 1 million or 1 million bounty. So we're probably already at like 8 million ISK maybe. Imagine getting a 30 million ISK tick. That would be amazing in a Manticore. That'll feel really strange. You could even like go really crazy and go like polarized. That would be quite interesting, because then you can get something like this. Look at this. Polarized torpedo launcher. Okay, let's destroy those battleships. Oh, we can just switch ammunition then later when we've destroyed them, because those Corellis are anyway not able to get to us. So polarized torpedo launcher. Scourge Rage, 1k DPS. So we get 200 extra DPS by going with the polarized. Obviously you're going to have way less tank here, but it will be interesting to do. It's also quite expensive as well because the polarized torpedo launchers cost quite a bit of ISK. The Lord Admirals. And then again we can get some extra ISK as well by going with the mobile tractor unit to reel in some of those wrecks. I like this passive bit because we can be very cap stable here. Oh, look at that guy, he's trying to get close to me. He's able to actually get close to me? No, it doesn't seem like it. We're pretty speedy in this Afterburner because I got pretty good skills, 790 meters a second. Well, Manticore I think is quite quick. Stealth bombers are usually quite slow. There we go for this one. That Corelli Guardian Initiate is getting closer and closer to us. I think he's like getting close to us, then he gets slowed down when he has to make a big turn here around the asteroid field. Is it possible to get Garista skins for this? Because it would be so cool if you were able to do that. No, you can't. That's quite unfortunate, I think. There we go. Land a few volleys there on that one. There we go. Now it's time to use the Caldari Navy. Oh, we landed a big volley there. That's good. When we get those nice angles, is great. 400. Oof, nice. It's almost like when you get perfect transversal when they slow down a bit. You get that nice hit. It's a really great feeling. There we go. And what we could do now is we just go directly to the small stuff that comes in the next wave. So then we don't have to switch ammunition all the time. These guardian initiates are pretty difficult. Ooh, 800 volley, look at that. Suddenly they slow down and they get wrecked. The explosion's also really cool, look at that. Kinetic explosions. Oh, we didn't actually destroy him. Almost. Great. Okay. They keep unlocking me. I'm not sure why that happens. Oh, these Corelli Guardian initiates are really easy. Always getting really high volleys on them. Okay, never mind. Not the case. Now it's again. Could be that they've got an MWD and they're like switching in and out of using an MWD. Perhaps. Look, now we can use the Caldari Navy again without having to switch any ammunition. Ooh, some big hits there. I think they're stuck in the asteroids. They might be a little bit slower. That's good for us because we'll be able to do a bit more damage. Great. Another volley. To the next frigate. Oh, they're doing annoying sensor damps on us. Oh, we need to be close, so that's a good point that we need to be a bit closer to be able to lock these guys up. No, I don't want to shoot that thing. Annoying sensor damps. Let's lock up all these battleships in the meantime. Yeah, they're quite slow now that they've been caught in the asteroid. No, that guy's escaped the asteroid. Oof, that was nice volley we got there. Rage Torpedo. Go for the Grand Admirals because those guys like to keep range. The Lord Admirals want to get close. Very curious what kind of bounty tick we're going to be able to get with the Manticore actually. And I think we can do this even quicker if we equip that extra target painter, you know. The good thing about Stealth Bomber doing this as well, the people are less likely going to be wanting to hunt for them because they're probably just, it's just some stealth bomber. They're not going to, probably is not put people's first thought is that they're doing ratting. This is not so typical that they're found here. Should be getting our tick in a few minutes. We're really wrecking these these battleships like as if it's no one's business. I think we've still got like 5 minutes on the tick or something like that. We're just hammering them with torpedoes. We have used some ammunition, so that's also something to take into consideration when it comes to your profits. And that's also a good reason to go for these 200% bounty risk modifiers. Oh, 11 million. So, okay, so it wasn't 5 minutes away, but 11 million, it's pretty good. So, if we multiply it by 22 million, that means that, I mean, in an hour you can get would have been a 66 million ISK now. Not too bad. You can get the whole ship's value back in and out, actually. Pretty nice. Pretty happy about that, actually. 11 million ISK tick, then multiply it by 2 with the extra cash you get from the bounty risk modifier. That'd be very nice. Huh. So there we go. We've got Manticore doing the ratting in the havens. I don't think that the full tick went through though, because I'm seeing here in my recording software we've been recording for 19 minutes and it takes full 20 minutes to get a whole tick. So it must have started just slightly before, because maybe there's certain times that ticks have to adhere to. But that's pretty cool. I'm happy about that. And we could have even got more if we were to just continue doing that. And plus, remember also that we can use the mobile track tuner as well to earn additional ISK as well. Very cool, very cool. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's enough for now. Doing some ratting in the Manticore. I'm happy about that. I want to do more of this actually. It's going to be fun, I think, being able to do stuff in nullsec and somewhat a decent amount of ISK while simultaneously not having a too attractive ship. So if you lose it, yeah, well, it's not the whole world. At least you can just continue doing your buy a new one and continue on. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later.